Okay, so this is Never Give Up. He is this popular mental health sufferer on YouTube, mainly being where he talked about being ugly. And that video right here, being ugly, my experience, has 22 million views. That is what really gave him that huge, major break on YouTube. And it helped him find success. It helped inspire others to, well, never give up, no pun intended. And just and you'll you'll find your success, you'll find somebody. But recently he had been in this unfortunate shitty situation where they need money and his own viewers are not liking it. So let's get right to it.
We are in a bit of a situation right now, and I don't really know how to resolve it. We have had quite many rough paths before, rough patches. We've had problems and issues, hindrances coming our way, but we've always managed to pull through one way or another. However, right now, it feels like no matter what we choose to do, we are like kind of screwed. And I'm now doing something I've never done
Yeah.
before, never wanted to do, but I'm turning to my audience for help. But what is our situation? How bad is it? Well, let's take it from the start. When my wife had to leave for those 3 months, we started her migration process. Now, when we called them, we asked a lot of important questions, and we were given very inaccurate information that is now basically biting us in the ass. They told us that my wife was allowed to travel to Sweden during the process as long as she attended her hearing, because when you make an application to be a resident, then you have like a hearing kind of. I don't really know the exact details, but you need to like go on some kind of investigation hearing, like. So yeah, as long as she would go to that, she could be in Sweden, is what they told us. So the plan for her was to stay here with me until we get the papers done, and then when she would get the papers done, she would start working, and we would be saving up so we could move to Argentina in the near future. That was the plan. However, fate had different plans, and now she's expecting
Oh boy.
children. So we
Oh
called them. We called the
sheesh.
migration office again, and they told us we could get a temporary EU card to lower the child expensive care.
Oh my
However,
god.
when we called them again later, because now we got the bills, we went to, she's had like the first healthcare, how do you say it, procedures. Like we got the process going. And now when we called them again to get help on how to get it going, they're telling us a different story. They're telling us that apparently she's not allowed to stay in Sweden while she
Oh
has the
my
application going.
god.
And also that the temporary EU card doesn't exist. So I guess the person that we talked to before was just bullshitting us.
Jesus.
So
Oh my
very weird,
goodness.
but this is basically our situation.
Oh man. I mean, I'm happy for this man's success story finding somebody. I mean, like, but he really sunk himself in a hole. I mean, I want this man to do good for himself, but he just sunk himself into a deep hole. I know his YouTube channel blew up, but he doesn't have the money to cover. He doesn't. He's it's like he's not even prepared for this. Like, dude, what the hell, man? Like,
So my wife's residency is compromised, and there's a very high likelihood that they will reject her application, meaning it will take much longer for her to become a citizenship and have European rights. So she won't be able to work, she won't be able to study, we won't be able to save up to move in the future. And now she's also pregnant and not doing so good, and she's not in a position where she can travel. We also have to stand for all of the pregnancy healthcare bills ourselves, which are shockingly high. It's kind of ridiculous, but
yeah.
they're in the tens of thousands. So
Oh
as of right now, we're
shoot.
kind of stuck. Our future right now is basically we either stay in Sweden and we will be in very high debt for a very long time. Now we've had bills, like we've had huge medical bills in the past, but they've always been like somewhat manageable. I've always felt like I can kind of take care of this eventually, like give it a couple of months and it's gonna resolve it, and it has.
Oh
However,
my
it's never
god.
been in this high before. This is, yeah, it's absolutely bananas.
That must hurt so
So yeah,
badly.
we're either gonna be stuck here with my wife having no residency, no rights, mean huge debt, or in like 1 or 2 months, like which is gonna be in her like third month I think. If she will be better, we could take a flight and go to Argentina because she would have her healthcare free there. However, if we go, I lose my LSS and we have nowhere to be. Like we would be basically homeless. And as of right now, I
Jeez.
don't make that much from YouTube. Where that would be like what I make from YouTube is usually just pocket change. So
Like, I don't know this guy's work history or what, but I mean, from what I've heard, I mean, I could be wrong. Please chime in the comments. I don't really watch this guy's channel that much and know little about it, but from what I heard, he can't find work. He doesn't work. So um and the fact that he he got into it with this girl, he you know what with her, and then now he's faced with this medical bill, and then they're expecting children. It's like, oh my god. This is pretty much like this is pretty much what I like to call a false success story. He may seem like he's a viral YouTuber, who was ugly. He overcame the obstacles and found a hot wife, and then not yeah, and then they're living happily ever after, but you got this shit going on for you.
we would not really be able to survive if we went to Argentina as of right now. So yeah, we're very in a very sticky situation where there's not much else I can do right now than what I'm about to do.
Oh my god.
So there's a few things I'm going to do as of right now. Number one is opening up a GoFundMe. I know I'm very against doing things like that. Usually, I don't really. For people that follow my channel, I don't really advertise my channel. I don't really advertise my support links or anything. I've always seen my YouTube presence as just a hobby. So it's been like, if someone wants to support me, it's always just been there. But I've never gone out of my way to like be like, hey, check out the description, send me money or anything like that. However, this time I'm gonna have to do it. So I'm making a GoFundMe for those who are interested in helping me out, helping my family out. And the goal of this GoFundMe is to raise enough funds to where we can move to Argentina. So if we reach the
You
goal,
can move the Argent.
expect to see a lot of travel videos and a lot of blogs about my experiences in another country, which is going to be something very, very new to me. I don't remember last time I've been in another country. It's been so long. I was a little child. So that would be interesting to see. And if we don't raise the funds, at least whatever we get is going to help us pay for the childbirth, the childcare
Oh my
expenses that we're going to be
god.
having here. So that's the one.
You decide to have a child in this shitty state of the world, like in the world that like in oh my god. Like especially nowadays, shit is hard. I mean, it's not just going on in America, but all across the world. Inflation, jeez.
Something we will have to do. Another thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a new announcement very soon. Uh, like I said recently, YouTube has always just been like this kind of hobby for me, but I'm gonna try to change that and start doing YouTube as a job. Yeah, I don't really like it. I've never
Oh
been a big fan of
man.
doing YouTube. I don't think I've never seen YouTube
Good
as a job, but I have the
freaking luck,
opportunity,
dude.
so I'm gonna take it. And again, it's gonna be an upcoming video, but expect weekly streams and weekly uploads, and probably a bunch of different variety of videos coming up. And lastly, what I'm gonna have to do, which is something I've already started up, is I'm gonna have to start selling shit. So like my computer, there's things I don't really want to sell are now up for
Well,
grabs.
that's
So
a good
yeah,
start.
I have to,
That's a good start. At least you're thinking about the situation and then doing whatever you can to just tackle all those expenses. I mean, oh
life can get very rough without you being very prepared for it. But that's where we're at. So if anyone is able to, people who like if you go to college or if you work at McDonald's or like something like that, save your money. But if you're well off, if you're doing well for yourself and you can spare a buck, check out the description
jeez.
and be ready for the upcoming channel revamp announcement that's coming up. So thank you all for watching. Hope you all understand. And I know that there's a good bunch of people who hate me and hate my channel and wish very
Nah,
harmful things for me and
I
my family.
don't think they I don't think they hate you, but it's just They would hate for you to just do something like that. Let's go see the GoFundMe. It's oh my goodness, like two like a quarter million. What is KR? It's 24 like 24 grand, $23,000 US dollars. Oh God, dude, come on. And she doesn't have insurance. I'm pretty sure that she doesn't have insurance. Oh my God, bro. You're oh my God. What the hell, dude? Like I'm not trying to shit on this guy. I want this guy to succeed, but guys, this is an example of a false false success story, something like this. You just like dug yourself, you and your wife just dug yourself into a deep big ass hole. I mean, you know, that's just be sure the kid will be born in Sweden. It's better to say it in Sweden than being dead, blah blah blah. The problems you'll have will be 100 times in Argentina. God, he did not prepare for this. Who would have thought getting married and having kids would cost? Yeah, it costs serious money. I mean, you know, like it's serious even several years ago, several decades ago. It's even far more serious now that with inflation going rampant and crazy. You know, most of us called this you shouldn't have made your wife pregnant. Now you're kind of in a sticky situation. See, that's what happens when your ass just gives in to pressure. Oh, I need to lose my virginity. Oh, I need to get with somebody. Look, everybody, look at the end. Look. I mean, all these guys here, my family, my former friends, all these people, they're in relationships, they're getting married. Now I got to catch up. I got to do this, I got to do that. And then look, this is what happens. Like, holy crap, you just sunk yourself into a freaking hole. Again, I am not shitting on this guy. I want the best for him, but this is the lesson of you gotta think. You got to think before you really do something. You have to think. What like before you go fucking around with a girl and whatnot, you really have to think what are the consequences down the road. Are you prepared to have children? Are you gonna really are you really going to invite children into this world only to burden them? That this is it's a shitty situation, but I wish for him the best. Thanks for watching this. I'll leave the link in the description below. Um, thanks for watching this. Have a good one. And oh, and by the way, see, it's funny how look at this. My wife. It looks like a really happy, fun story, but again, it's a you know that's just the facade. That's just the surface. But you look deep into it. It's like holy shit. All right, I'll shut up now. I'll I'll end it from here. Thanks. Have a good one.